The backstage halls of WWE are colder than ever. Roman Reigns walks with quiet authority, the echo of his steps carrying the weight of 1,000 unspoken thoughts. But behind him, in the dim glow of the corridor lights, Jimmy USO stands with a face full of questions, his expression serious, almost haunted. There's one question he can't let go of. Why not Jacob Fatu? The following week on Monday Night Raw, Jimmy confronts Roman directly, insisting that they bring Jacob Fatu into the fold. What sounds like a simple request quickly unfolds into a move that could alter the power dynamics of the Bloodline versus Vision war forever. This isn't just about recruiting muscle, it's about loyalty, legacy, and ambition colliding under one spotlight. Welcome to WWE Rundown, the home for fans who live for wrestling's deep storytelling. We don't just talk about what happened, we decode why it happened, how it connects, and what it means for the characters who carry this business on their backs. If you crave wrestling's emotional architecture, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's dive deep into tonight's breakdown. A story about family, power, and the burden of trust when everything is on the line.
Here's where we stand.
The Vision, led by Seth Rollins and powered by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, has been launching brutal strikes against Roman's empire. Since Roman's return, his once ironclad alliances have cracked, loyalties have blurred, and questions about who truly stands beside him are louder than ever. Enter Jacob Fatu, a name drenched in Samoan bloodline history. A powerhouse who once dominated as part of Solo Sikoa's faction, Fatu now lingers in narrative limbo. According to Wrestling Insiders, he's been exploring alliances with major champions, testing where his legacy might shine brightest. Jimmy USO's insistence on recruiting him isn't random, it's strategic. It speaks to the delicate balance of shifting loyalties between the Bloodline, the Vision, and the Fatus themselves. The backstage scene begins with Roman Reigns sitting alone in the locker room, deep in thought. The camera pans in as Jimmy enters quietly, tension thick in the air. He steps close and says firmly, "You need Jacob. We need him." It's not a plea, it's a statement. Roman doesn't answer right away. His silence speaks louder than words. Jimmy talks about Fatu's strength, his name value, his unpredictability as a weapon. He argues that the Vision's army is expanding and Roman needs both legacy and force. Roman listens in stillness, his eyes shifting from calm to calculation as the scene closes. The message is clear, this is more than a conversation. It's a power negotiation between brothers. Jimmy's motivations go deeper than strategy. Legacy, because Jacob Fatu represents pure Samoan bloodline energy, a living continuation of their family's dominance. Security, because Jimmy knows internal threats could rip them apart, and having another loyal warrior adds protection from betrayal. Strategy, because Jimmy is thinking like a general, not a soldier. His pitch is logical, not desperate. Roman, however, faces a moral crossroads. To bring in Fatu is to strengthen his empire, but it also means sharing his throne. Can he trust someone with ambition as sharp as his own? Someone with one foot in the Bloodline's legacy and another in the world of the Vision? The tension here isn't just physical, it's psychological. The production heightens this with smart camera work, close-ups of Roman's silent reactions, Jimmy's earnest posture, and the muted hum of the locker room. Shadows cut across Roman's face as the light flickers slightly, a visual metaphor for the uncertainty of trust. Mentioning